Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our talk show. I'm Josh, and this is DJ.
I'm not fucking Josh.
If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe.
I'd have just made the cake.
This is our talk show after dark.
Welcome to our talk show after dark. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit your notification button so you get us at any time we go live.
If you're sick of looking at our faces, we have an audio version on Anchor FM, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Or wherever you get your podcasting needs.
You guys hear that? Anyone out there looking for voice acting, DJ is the man.
For the love of God.
He's like that one guy from
You can't pay me too much, though.
What
or
is
else
it,
Josh will
Daddy's
get
Home?
mad.
When Mark Wahlberg just comes in and does the jingle. Like, all right, today is September, no longer October. Before we start that, don't forget Louisiana just got hit by a hurricane over the weekend, and they are also in need.
Speaking of that, there's actually a lot of people like taking U-Hauls and supplies and
Central Florida Electricity went over there to help with the power.
Big mud trucks to go get people out of their homes and stuff like that. Like last time that happened, the people were taking like their big bog trucks into neighborhoods and stuff.
Yeah.
And the cops were getting all pissy. Like, oh, you can't drive this here. It's like, bitch, I'm out here rescuing families.
Yeah,
you need to go fuck yourself.
They're on the roof.
Right. Like, you know, if you can't do nothing about it, maybe you should shut the fuck up. Right. Like we've got trucks built for going through this type of shit. You know, Texas, we got plenty of mud trucks and stuff here. And they're just out there trying to help families, and the police are like, oh, you can't be out here in your big old truck driving through the water. It's unsafe. Well, bitch, it's unsafe for people sitting on their roofs dying of starvation and heat stroke because they can't get out of the fucking flood because they got to swim 5 miles to get out of the flood. Like, you know, fuck off. That's that type of shit, like people out here helping, and then you're being counterproductive.
Right.
So, it's rules. Well, you know, the hurricane don't give a fuck about rules. Flood don't give a fuck about your rules.
I saw this big ass tree hit these people's houses, and people ran over to make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna stop them?
Right. Like, well, don't go over there. Fuck yourself.
So we're gonna call the cops. Wait 20 minutes because it's a fucking hurricane.
The worst part is like if you'd have stopped me, I'm in this big mud truck, I'd have just drove off. Like obviously you can't follow me into the water. Right, you're gonna follow me into the big ass flood? No, I don't think so. So I'm just gonna keep on driving.
Sir, on the jet ski, can you please stop?
Yeah.
Come get me.
Come get me, bitch. Like, you know, Bob was telling me that when he worked for the airboat place.
Yeah.
He said there's this guy out there, right, who like he parks his truck like up on a bank or something, you know, because he can drive his airboat on land because it's got that powerful of an engine.
Oh wow.
Right, and he said one day he's driving down the canal,
yeah,
and he sees this fucking dude on this giant airboat just blow by him like he was sitting still, and 2 of the Florida Park Rangers were chasing his ass, and he just hit the levee, went up, put it on his truck, and drove the fuck off. I was like, bitch, that'll teach you. You better get him
now.
Right, get me now.
But at the same time, it's not that hard to find a big ass truck with a.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, you can call it in, but. You know, you're out on the water. It's not.
We know Larry.
Right. Yeah. We ain't caught him yet, but we'll get him one of these days.
It's Larry.
It's old Larry over there, the big ass airboat.
If you guys would like to help with help Louisiana, there's a link below. Well, you can do your part. Also, it is September, so we have a new charity and a new prevention. September is Suicide Prevention Month. And our
is it prevention or awareness? I always get those wrong.
It says prevention.
I guess it's.
I guess it's around the same thing. National Suicide Prevention Month.
You know,
so I guess we're trying to prevent the suicides. Not be aware that people are suicidal.
Logic did a song for the suicide hotline.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is that 1-800 song?
Mm-hmm. It's the actual hotline, you know, in the song, which is pretty cool.
The charity is suicidepreventionlifeline.org. Link below. And you're not alone. If you need to talk to someone, call them.
Right. Fuck, reach out to somebody and say something.
Someone cares.
If you need to talk to somebody.
And then a suicide fact, and I think it was in Australia, a guy saved over 500 people in his lifetime from suicide.
There you go. That's pretty cool.
He's trying to jump off the bridge.
Yeah.
Because there was apparently a bad juju over there in a prison island before it became a continent. Australia, that's when they sent all the prisoners.
Motherfuckers just jumping off the bridge. Actually, speaking of of the hurricane, Ida, we actually got some news. I don't think I sent it to you. I think I actually posted it.
No, how many news about Ida?
Okay, so the storm apparently had hit like a farm, and literally picked a cow up, and lodged him in a tree.
Oh, okay. No, I saw the video.
Right.
People getting the.
So of course, like it's basically the rescuers. They're trying to cut the cow out of the tree. Because it's not like he's like high up in the tree. He's probably at about 6 foot standing height or whatever. But just the fact that the cow is like, there,
flew in a tree,
right? And the cow's not dead. The cow is alive.
That's good.
So you're trying to get the cow down gently because you don't want to do any more damage to the cow.
And he's already in trauma.
Right, because he's just been picked up and thrown into a tree.
But have a heart attack.
Like, just think about it, right? Think about your ass standing outside, and now you're in a tree. Right. They only have so much shelter and stuff like that, and if the storm blows away the shelter, well, fuck, the cow's obviously next.
That's some strong ass wind. Or gust. Or suction, whatever
What
it
do
is.
you think? Cows are probably about 600, 700, 800
Well, they
pounds.
say even during a hurricane, it can cause tornadoes.
Right.
So that's probably what happened.
Smaller tornadoes and shit pick it up.
No, it's like, what is it, like 500 pounds?
Cows?
Yeah, 3 to 5?
No, cows are a little bit more. Anywhere from 6 to 1,000.
I thought it was a bull.
Well, but that's,
Oh, really? 1,000?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Bigger cows and stuff.
Big-ass cow.
It really depends on how they're bred, how they're fed. How well they're taken care of, stuff like that.
They're just lawnmowers.
Right. If they're just there to
mow the grass
and
chill
out and stuff like that. But it's still, it's just crazy to think, like, you pick up a whole fucking cow and then throw them in the tree. And it's like, imagine being a rescue worker, right? So, like, you're a rescue worker, you've just come from a storm, you're like, all right, we got to get people off roofs, get them out of floods.
We have an incident on Highway 44, we have a cow in a tree.
Right. People who thought it'd be a good idea to run to their cars after their house was blown away, bunkers, all kinds of stuff. Like, there's things to do as a rescue worker. And then it's like, we have a code 378, and you're like, 378? The fuck is that? Now you're looking in books trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. The dispatcher doesn't even know how to tell you that there's a cow in the fucking tree. And you've got to get it out, right? Like
without a crane,
right? We probably get a front end loader, a couple of straps, pick the cow up a little bit, cut the tree,
let the tree go,
pull the cow out,
yeah.
Figure out where the cow's got to go because you can't just like drop it and be like, all right, this is good.
Imagine the cow was like 3 miles away. That's a hefty wind.
Oh, that's the worst part. Is like you wouldn't, unless the cow was marked.
You don't know where it goes.
The tags and stuff like that. You don't know where the fuck you're taking this cow.
You're just driving down the street with a cow in the back of the truck. You missing a cow?
Anybody lost Bessie over here?
I'm on a speaker.
Cow for sale?
The little fucking Susie's crying on the porch. Daddy, where's fucking Betsy?
We lost God.
Sorry, it was my daughter's cow.
Somebody pulls up. There's a cow. Just
once they say that's my cow, how do you prove now?
How do you
that's
prove
your
right?
cow?
How do you prove that's your cow?
We can't just let Betsy go.
All right, what does your missing cow look like? Nope, that's not her.
How many legs did she have before? What do you mean?
There's 4 legs, cow. Gotcha. Somebody a week later, we're missing a cow.
No, you're too late.
I'm too late.
Next thing you know, Betsy got 8.
But that's just like the crazy things, right? Like you're just sitting there, and all of a sudden now you're rescuing a cow out of the fucking tree. It's like when people are like, oh, they're walking along and there's a deer in a hole. They're like, oh, now I got to get this fucking deer out.
Now that I saw the deer.
Just on a massive. You normally see these type of things on like smaller scales, like, oh, I found a dog and I rescued it. And
a cat.
This is what the dog looks like now, or because I got this. It's like Dodo, or whatever. It's a page.
Okay.
And they do a lot of the feel good animal stuff, like oh, we found a missing cat, or oh, this abandoned cat or dog, or blah blah blah, and we nursed it back to health, or oh, this baby squirrel or bunny.
The baby squirrel.
But it's never like, oh, there's a cow in a tree, right? Like, so
that hurricane mean business. There's a
cow in a tree.
Was
bad.
Like, we haven't seen a cow in a tree since Twister.
Right. No, that cow just passed by then.
That cow did not survive.
I'm just saying.
This cow did.
Like I said, it was still alive.
Run for mayor.
you know, whatever. We got what else we got on news over there?
Man spikes his goodbye cake at work with laxatives. Chaos ensues as people shit everywhere.
Oh,
And he is smiling in his mugshot. Ben, 44 years old, a Houston Texans, worked at the corporate side of the oil and gas industry for 20 years. He might quite have been money over the years and decided to retire early and enjoy the fruits of his labor. Ben was also glad to be rid of his coworkers. So shallow they couldn't drown in a puddle.
See, like,
that's a typical goodbye party for an oil and gas. They pulled all the stops and to say goodbye.
So here's okay.
That cornhole.
Here's my problem, right? So like you ate the cake, right? You didn't know there was laxative in it, right? But I don't think he physically did anything illegal, right?
Well, that's endangerment.
I don't think it is.
Well, yeah, because you can get dehydrated from shitting too much. You can.
Right, but at that point, you know you're shitting, so you should probably drink some water. Like you're.
I'm just saying.
You're having the shits, right? So it's like, you know, that's the kind of shit they used to do in like
10
school.
boxes of X-Lax.
Yeah, I get it. It's a lot, right? Like you're gonna shit. Everybody should probably just go for colonoscopies.
He even planned to have
that.
some cake too.
He ate some cake.
Well, who wouldn't want to shit on the floor of their former employer?
I feel like, why are we shitting on the floor? Like there should be bathrooms.
Can't make it.
Can't make it.
I mean, this is like
gurgling's gone.
Well, there's a certain amount of X-Lax you're supposed to take.
Right.
If you take too much, you're not making it anywhere.
So I don't really take X-Lax, so I don't know that type of stuff.
Let's see what the police said.
Right, like
we're still trying to figure out how to inspect the scene without passing out from the smell. The chief says.
I mean, I'm sure. Like
it was a cake time. Everyone was ready to chow down. Milton from the basement came up, hoping to land a slice. 120 pieces of cake were dispersed.
Jesus.
And within an hour of indigestion, over 100 people had uncontrolled diarrhea.
See, I just feel like
He said Ben is everything you hope for. Shit was running down people's legs, desperate to get to an already full bathroom. People shot in trash cans in the elevator.
You know, that's the court I'd love to sit in on. You know, like, because you know you can go to the court.
Mischief.
You know you can go to the courthouse and just sit in on like court cases and stuff.
You want to sit on that one, don't you?
As long as you're quiet, right? Like,
well, not now because of COVID, but yeah, before.
Well, but before, right? But I'd love to hear the judge try to, you know,
100 counts of criminal mischief.
Right, like what did you do? Because
what had happened was
right. It's like well, you know, they were all dicks, so they got some X-Lax in there.
You know what he said, right? You should sit there quietly. What do you have to say for yourself? Shit happens.
They got some pooper in their shooter.
He just
like
says shit happens.
Shit happens. That's, you know, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Shitty. Like I don't even know.
You know, they had to deal with a lot of shit that day. He's like, hey, enough with the shit jokes.
The worst part is, you know, that was the end of the day.
The janitor quit that day.
right. Like
he just opens the room.
Yeah. That's the day the janitor quit. Lost his.
It looks like what's it from Dumb and Dumber when he built the chocolate. It was all over the bathroom. There's shit everywhere.
Yeah.
It was like it was Bob Saget was in it. He's shit everywhere.
He just shit on everything. No, but like I feel like that's like
no one is likely to press charges because no one wants to go on record talking about shitting themselves.
See, I'd have sued for damages.
Oh, you have no problem.
I have no problem. Like I already shit myself in front of a bunch of people, right?
And then I have to smell their shit.
Right, so I'm suing for damages, mental, physical. You know.
Well, and you had to smell their shit.
Right, just all.
Your shit was fine.
And then the shit got all over my shoes, so I had to buy new shoes. You know, then I had to get a lawyer for this bullshit.
My wife divorced me.
Yeah, my wife let me because I came home covered in shit.
Well, no, she was at the party too, shitting herself. You guys weren't there in your marriage yet.
Why'd you bring me here? I don't know. That's funny though. That's good.
That's good.
That's good. That's good shit. Get it? Get it?
Yeah.
It's funny because
I had one more in him.
I had one more in me. Yeah, that's good shit. All right, moving on. What else we got? What else did I send you?
Spider-Man: No Way Home reported for runtime over 2 hours long.
Like holy fuck.
Avengers is almost 3 hours.
Transformers was like your first
2:30.
Well, I mean, technically, okay, if we're gonna be real, your first like super long film,
Titanic. 4 hours. Oh, Braveheart.
Right. Passion of the Christ.
Braveheart was a 4 hours, 2 box set.
Right, like some of those were super long.
Titanic's was like I think the most of the Transformers was 2:10, 2:15, 2:30.
I know, but like a lot of people didn't mind Titanic because you got to look at Leonardo DiCaprio for 4 hours. Nobody really cared about her. Her boobs weren't blah 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 blah.
Take two.
Her boobs weren't that great to watch 2.5 hours for 30 seconds worth of titty.
No, 4 hours.
Like, again, whatever, 4 hours for 30 seconds worth of titty is not worth it.
A movie, you knew how it ended.
You know, that's like if you go to a strip club and you gotta wait 4 hours for one set of titty. Right.
You got a hand.
You know.
You got a hand. Right. So the first half is the story. Second half is boat just sinking.
Right. The boat just sinking.
But you're literally going to a 4-hour movie knowing how it ended.
Right. Took 2 hours for it.
If someone told you, hey, it sinks, and you were surprised, you don't know your history.
You know, but
what do you mean it sinks?
I guess 2 hours. If the movie's good, right? 2 hours.
I think they have a lot to explain because
know.
it's the multiverse. They have other people coming in.
Yeah, but we had Spider-Man in the multiverse, the one.
It was 2 hours and
the cartoon.
Minutes.
Yeah, but it was really good.
Oh, it was a fucking emotional roller coaster.
Yeah. Even Bob said it was the best Spider-Man movie he'd ever watched.
And Adam didn't get it. See what that Kingpin did? You gonna try to take his wife?
Right.
What do you think he's gonna do?
That's what was kind of crazy about it. It's like, right, like you were crazy enough to steal your own family from another dimension. What do you think the other you from the other dimension is gonna do? You know, like you didn't think that through at all.
If you're crazy.
You know, right. That motherfucker's
and that
obviously
motherfucker
crazy.
killed Spider-Man.
Right.
What's he going to do to you?
Right. So it's like, you know.
And Spider-Man didn't steal his family.
But some of those long-running films, it's really about keeping people engaged.
Yeah, what happened was, like, with Civil War, they put too much into it, and it wasn't that long either. Like, all of a sudden, they came out of nowhere to fight the, what's it called? Hydra.
Right.
Basically. We haven't seen him since the first Avengers. The last thing we know of Hydra was a Captain America movie. And next thing, they all came together. That was the beginning scene. And all of a sudden, it's Ultron, and here's Vision. Unless you're a comic book nerd, you have no idea who the fuck Vision is.
Right, it's just
and they explain Vision.
Like, who the fuck are all these people?
Yeah,
what's going on?
What the hell? Like, you had a whole bunch of backstory. Even you gave for the twins a backstory, at least 10 minutes worth.
Right.
And then here's Vision, here's the hammer, let's go. Like,
you know. Moving on.
Yeah,
right?
Again, unless you were a comic book nerd or watched the original 90s cartoon, you don't know who the fuck Vision is.
Right. Getting the stories from
now I guess they learned and give you more time to tell the story. Because you can't be like 2 hours like, oh no, they know my name. Erase, multiverse, people he doesn't know, end movie.
I'm just saying, a lot of people, you know, unless it's good, are not going to sit in a theater for 2 fucking hours. Especially because Spider-Man's...
They did that with first
kids
Captain America.
Love Spider-Man, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I love Spider-Man, but I'm a giant child.
But
kids are, like, Spider-Man
in the first half is drama.
Right.
Because he's not in the Spider-Man, he's trying to get his name.
Right.
I'm assuming that's in the first couple minutes, unless if we have 2 hours or an hour worth of drama.
We've only seen so much of the trailer, and the first half of the 2-minute trailer is boo-hoo.
Well, what happened to Captain America?
Boo-hoo
the first half
of
the first Captain America movie was just like Steve Rogers becoming Captain America. You're just like, wow, this is slow as shit.
Right. The little Steven Roger and Queens.
And he still wasn't fighting anybody. Now he's doing propaganda. And it's like, wow, this is a very slow movie.
Slow fucking movie.
So the last 45 minutes is awesome, actually.
But it took 2.5 hours to get there, you know.
But... I forgot who directed Spider-Man. But the Russo brothers, when they made Infinity War and Endgame, knowing it's supposed to be the same movie, actually, but separated, they made it like it was 2 fucking different movies.
Right.
Last time I did this, you stole my lighter.
Well, technically, it was my lighter I stole.
I don't even have it on me.
Oh, see? So that doesn't work, does it?
It's in the car.
Well, that's where it'll be till tomorrow. All right.
But like you said, unless they continue to nonstop, like edge of your seat. Like you didn't even know it was 2 hours. You're like, oh, it's over?
Right. Oh, shit. Transformers was kind of like that, though. Transformers kept you pretty engaged
I like
until...
1 and 2. 3, not so much.
I like the one with the racist cars. Those are funny.
That's the second one.
Is that? That was hilarious.
When they introduced.
And the one with the T-Rex.
That was with Mark Wahlberg. Yeah.
I don't know. Basically, whenever Shia LaBeouf left,
the first two were good.
You know.
I liked his character in the first two, not the third one. The third one, he was like a little bitch. Oh, I'm entitled.
I feel like he was more of a bitch in the first one than the third one.
Well, no, the third one, he's like, "This is my car. You want to see my car?" And then the car comes out and he goes, "Yeah, you gotta pay for my car." Yeah. But he's just like bitter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I feel you saved the world twice, and everybody talking shit. Like,
oh, that's a company car. It's a $200,000 car. It means a company car.
Right?
Like, he's just so bitter about it.
I mean, again, if I saved the world twice and everyone's being a bunch of dicks, like,
and you got a hot girlfriend, or two hot girlfriends.
I kind of feel like I'm entitled to be a dickhead. Right? I've saved the world twice, and y'all are being dicks.
I like the second one.
Like, I feel like I shouldn't be kept out of the loop of what's going on.
He pulls up. He's like, "Let me in." He's like, "Sir, this is a." You making laundry detergent here? You fucking kidding me?
Like when I'm the last to know, and then I still gotta save your ass. I'm angry,
and I gotta tell you.
You know, right?
You guys aren't doing your job again.
Right. I'm an angry person.
That lady's like, "You mean nothing?" I mean nothing.
Yeah.
I'm the reason why you exist.
That's right. You'd be dead right now.
I'm the reason why you have a job. What's your job again? Oh, to talk to the Autobot. Oh, I'm the reason why there's Autobots.
I was the original talker to the Autobots, right? Like,
did Optimus Prime come to me during college? Says he needs my help. Is that what he did?
Right. Oh man, I'm just saying. Like, I'd be bitter too. All right, what else we got? Give me something new.
Oh, you're gonna like this one. Mom repeatedly punches mountain lion with bare hands, saving her 5-year-old son's life.
Did you say I'm not gonna like it?
I said you're gonna like it. This mom beat up a mountain lion.
Like, how many times she have to punch the mountain lion?
Repeatedly.
Repeatedly, just beat the shit out of this mountain lion. Right?
She fought off a mountain lion with her bare hands after it attacked her 5-year-old.
All right. See, now I've got questions.
Yeah.
Right. Like, why was the 5-year-old around a mountain lion?
The boy was playing in a tree near his home in west of Los Angeles on Thursday morning when a 65-pound mountain lion attacked him. The mountain lion dragged him about 45 yards before his mother came to the rescue. She ran out and started punching and striking the mountain lion with her bare hands to get it off his son. He let go and ran away.
45 yards?
The boy suffered traumatic injuries to his head and torso, but he is alive.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. Getting bit by a fucking mountain lion. That's
After
crazy.
they were notified of attack, wildlife officials went to the family's home when offer notice aggression mountain lion in the corner property. Oh, they shot and killed it.
The mountain lion? Well, it just attacked the humans. So
to protect public safety, shot and killed it on the property, which evidence to prove to be true.
Right, because they probably didn't want it to attack somebody else.
No.
Yeah. They were probably already.
Shortly after the suspected mountain lion was killed, 2 more mountain lions, including one full-grown one with a radio collar and one similar to the deceased lion, appeared. Aww. They tranquilized that one.
Huh?
And removed it. After they killed the first mountain lion, 2 more appeared.
Right.
And one had a collar. Or uncollared or something like that. A radio collar and one similar to the deceased one.
So they were being tracked by scientists.
One of them. One had a collar, the other one didn't. They tranked both of them and relocated them.
Jesus. That's crazy, though. Had to run out, punch a mountain lion in the face.
The deceased mountain lion was a kitten born less than a year ago. So I guess to one of those mountain lions.
So it was only a year old and it was 65 pounds? Jesus.
Grabbed that boy. He got beat up. Luckily it died, though, because the mom would have made fun of it. You're going to beat up by a human. Like, you got a human to beat you up?
I feel like it just didn't. Where was it?
West Los Angeles.
Maybe it just hadn't had enough to eat. Was looking for anything its size it could eat, and the child was just perfect size. You know, they say not to leave like your children with snakes, like your pet snakes and stuff like that, because once they get so big, they'll start sizing you up to eat you.
What happened was the experts stated that because the boy was small, and the mountain lion is still trying to learn how to hunt for food,
Right.
That's why I attacked him.
That's crazy. I don't know why your baby was out climbing it. Like, how old was the boy?
5 years old.
But yeah, I don't know why 5-year-old
Child neglection.
outside climbing a tree all by itself. You know.
It still got dragged 45 yards.
But I guess maybe it was in a fence or whatnot.
It's on their property.
Yeah, but like, how big is the property? Like, property to be a couple acres. To little Timmy be halfway down the street by the time you realize he's being dragged away by a mountain lion. But I feel like when you're in those type of areas, like we have cougars and stuff here, panthers. Like you can, I mean, not so much here where we are. Like I don't think of
Central Florida.
Yeah,
that's panthers.
I don't think
the Florida panther.
Right. I don't. Oh, no, you're stupid. I don't think we've seen any like real significant wildlife
when I was
here
leaving
in West Palm.
No, when I was leaving Florida, up in Central Florida, North Florida, I saw deer, but not the size of deer I've seen in Tennessee or West Virginia.
Right.
Like they were small buck.
I don't know. I've never seen any wildlife here in Florida at all.
I saw deer.
I've never seen any.
Oh yeah, we saw raccoons, pigs. You seen a boar over in Okeechobee?
Oh, I did send you the. Oh, did you see this mac and cheese ice cream?
Yeah, right now I'm at McDonald's.
Oh. What?
I went to McDonald's one.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But no, we had when you went to Corbett or anything, Okeechobee, like.
Even in Okeechobee, I've never seen like any deers or anything like that.
You didn't see a boar? We saw a boar in Corbett.
But I've never I go to the cities. I'm not.
Not in the wood area.
You know, the wood
camping with DJ.
I'm not fucking in the tree like I may look like I'm in the bushes.
Never seen alligator?
And Steve may think
You're
I'm
a Floridian. Have you ever seen alligator?
Yeah, well, who hasn't?
That's wildlife.
You know, that's the only wildlife
from Florida.
You know, and maybe some iguana. Like Snake. I've seen some big ass iguanas.
You know, they're not even from here. They were invading species.
Yeah.
Like the certain lizards. What else was there? Red ants. And then the Melaleuca tree, the paper tree was what's it called? Invasive. No, intruder species.
We got a lot of species that are like.
No, but because of the what's it called? The climate here, anything can grow. Where's your regular lighter?
In the other room.
So just let me go.
Just cancel the show.
You can go get it.
No, that's okay. It's fine.
Our next news is McDonald's consider closing indoor seating aimed surge of the Delta variant.
So like, most people just go through the drive-through anyways, and now anyhow, that's like our McDonald's is being worked on the inside. You know, but the worst part is also a lot of McDonald's are going completely automated, right? Like it's not that hard to make a hamburger, you know, and they got lines that build cars. You don't think they can't have like lines that fucking build some hamburger for you? Like I'm just saying.
They're cooks, man.
I understand that. Okay, but there's a few McDonald's already out there that are completely automated. Like nobody works there. The only people that work there to like refill things and fucking
make sure the machines are working.
Make sure the machines are working. Everything else the machines are doing. You know, making your hamburger, doing this, doing that. And it's crazy to think, right? That it's like instead of paying people more to do stuff, to fuck stuff up, they're like, well, we're just gonna put the extra money to put stuff in, and you know, some guy will drive around all day and do 3 stores reloading stuff, and
yeah,
you know, because like I said, we've got assembly lines that build fucking cars, build planes, make our fucking game systems.
Makes that one piece in your fucking PlayStation.
You don't think they can't assembly line? One sets down a bun, another one sets down a patty, the next one sets down some cheese, right? The other one fucks up some onion and get it on top of the bun. I got a hamburger one time, right, from the McDonald's over here. All the stuff was in it. The you know, the onion, the little chopped up onion was on top of my bun, not inside of it. I got one time cheese was on top of the bun. Like they just said fuck it and put cheese on top and was like, you'll be fine. You know, I mean, fuck. The machines can do that. Like, screw shit up.
I don't know. The machines at McDonald's always breaking.
Right. We talked about that. The
ice
cream machine.
The ice machine.
Yeah, it's part of the ice cream machine.
It's part of the ice cream machine.
That's it.
They didn't want to make ice. They don't make anything.
I drove away one day.
I did too.
I was like, "Hey, can I get an iced coffee?" They're like, "Oh, sorry, we don't have iced coffee right now." I'm like, "All right, so can I get a
ice Coke?
Coca-Cola?" They're like, "Oh, we can give it to you without ice." I was like, "So why didn't you say you didn't have ice?" Right? Saying you don't have iced coffee could mean a number of things, right? You don't have coffee. You don't have cold brew coffee.
You don't have the squirting thing.
You don't have all kinds of shit, right? Like, I didn't know you didn't have ice. Right? And then it's like sometimes they have bags of ice you can get from, sometimes they don't. Like, they got too much ice, so they're like, "Oh, we can make a bag of ice, no problem." You know, and then other times they're just like, "We don't do that." And it's like, well, no, that's not entirely true. Because you do in fact have bags for the ice to sell to people. You just always don't have the ice to do it, or don't have the feel like to do it right then.
Oh, none are made or pre-made. Some are pre-made.
Right. Well, they don't normally pre-make the bag size.
Really?
Yeah, no, they do that. You know.
We used to.
What do you mean at the market?
Easy money.
That's because a lot of people used to buy ice.
Yeah, they buy for their coolers.
Yeah, right. And it was easier if they could just walk up to the
snack bar and get it.
You don't want to get me started on the market.
Oh, they closed down in Tampa.
You were telling me that,
I just talked to my boss. He confirmed it.
But again, you don't want to get me started on the market.
That's not my fault.
No, I know that, right? But I'm talking about like the flea market used to be a completely different place. It's like, yeah, we concrete in this couple certain areas and made driveway nice.
A long time ago,
you know,
that you need to bring, like, you know, people go to the fair for two things, three things. Food. Yes, to your village. The main thing is food and their kids.
Food.
And their kids.
Right.
You need to bring different types of food in. You have the room.
You know, you guys used to serve chicken strips?
I know.
Chicken strips.
But these people are too busy trying to target one customer.
Right.
Fine, let them target it. But then you should bring in other food.
Chicken strips, hot dogs, hamburgers.
I call it fair food or carnival food.
You know, I miss the hamburger. They were shitty and they sucked, but I loved them.
You know what else had it? The circus had it. Same kind of burger.
They were $1.50. Like $1.50 for a hamburger. That's not that bad.
It wouldn't be like that no more.
No, I'm just saying, but fuck, you go to the market, you're like, shit, let me get a hamburger, have some.
I can tell you how much money on popcorn you made alone. You know how they used to say pennies on a dollar?
Mm-hmm.
It's true. A bag for 500 small popcorn, we're going to say large.
Right.
For 1,000 costs $50. We sold them for $4 a piece. So $4,000 off $40.
That's great.
And including the big bag to make them,
right,
was $25. But it made a shitload of popcorn.
And then if you looked around, you could probably get it wholesale price too.
That was wholesale. That was Cheney Brothers.
Oh, see, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so you know,
except for the popcorn bags, had to be specially ordered through Cheney Brothers to another company.
To have the big ones and shit like that. I don't know. I
mean, that's $4,000 going through there.
It was such a great place. Once the old man passed away, man.
Just before that.
You know,
right when
he got sick, yeah.
When he was getting sick, and what's his name retired? Mario retired.
I missed that guy. It was a great place. It was so.
I got to do it right in the middle, before it went downhill.
That's like I was a kid, man. I knew everybody. Used to work for everybody in the market. That's how you'd make your money.
They even did the golf cart. You go around on the golf cart to sell chips and coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And try to explain to the people who do the snack bar now, like, do you understand we made most of our money in coffee because we opened at 4 o'clock in the morning, and the coffee was $1.
Right.
We went through so much coffee.
A lot of coffee, but everybody was buying it.
Yeah, it was a line out the door in the morning. They would get their coffee before they buy their tickets.
Well, it's that supply and demand. You know, when you got the supply, normally you get the demand. If you don't got supply, you don't get demand.
Well, no, they're just targeting one audience.
Right. You know, like you come try to get coffee in the morning, can't get no coffee.
They're closed.
It don't work, does it?
No, they come in the office and give us money for our coffee.
Right. Here, we'll buy you a bag of coffee. Just fuck.
No, they do. We make coffee in the morning, and the vendors come in and they put it in our tip jar.
I was like, shit.
And they buy coffee.
I might just start doing that. Just come out there in the morning, 2 big old pots of coffee, and just serving coffee.
Why not? We put like a stand out like we have.
What?
Like the ticket booth?
I'll just put it right there on the little, right there where we sit in the morning, the fucking, the picnic bench.
We need the
bring,
plug.
No, I'm going to bring 2 big old hot things of coffee. Come sit there in the morning.
Oh, you need more than that.
Big cup of coffee,
nope.
$2.
You need more than that.
What do you mean? That's all you need.
No, that's a lot of vendors. You gotta make more. Because once they find out that you can get coffee in the morning,
all
of them are coming.
I'll be selling coffee. What? DJ coffee stand. Like, fuck, I had to have more coffee brought in. Like, I was sitting there selling coffee.
Hold them off.
Oh, boy. I would be, too. Like, don't play.
And you really mess with them. Say, what is it? It's $2 for a cup, but bring your own cup.
No, see, you can't do that.
Limited size of 32 ounces.
No, because you know the motherfuckers be bringing in 55-gallon.
It's a lot of coffee.
55-gallon jugs coffee, you know. That's actually not a bad idea. I might think about that next week.
We won't let you.
What you mean?
We won't let you.
Why won't you let me? You won't even. I'll just walk around like I'm just selling coffee.
They sent you out so quick.
I mean, come on, just out of the back of the car real quick. Just sell some coffee in the morning.
Now, if anyone does that before I show up, it's fine.
So I just got to be there.
How am I supposed to know?
I just got to be there before 5.
Oh, yeah, I get there at 5:30.
All right, so I come at 5, sell everybody coffee, get the fuck out of there. Half hour. Hey, half hour when everybody wants it's a long time. You know, half hour, that's a long time. I just come with all the cups pre-made every morning. You know, heat them shits up. Be like, start a little fire just right there and just people be walking around trying to heat their coffee up.
Our next news is mac and cheese ice cream.
Yes,
you heard that right. It's coming back.
That sounds gross.
Here's how you buy it.
That just sounds disgusting.
It appears that mac and cheese ice cream was so popular that Kraft is making it available for purchase once again.
That's just gross.
When was it popular?
I've never even known about no mac and cheese ice cream, and I don't know anybody that would eat it.
Is that for pregnant women?
Oh, sexist.
They have that weird, what's it called?
You're very sexist today.
No, they have that weird fucking...
Can't make cakes, can't do your job, gotta be sexist.
Yeah, fuck off.
And you're wrong. Like, it's just terrible.
Returns after selling in minutes? Okay, but when did it happen?
So they brought it back. They some mac and cheese ice cream and brought that shit back to the store. It was like, we need to return this.
We scream, you scream, everyone scream for more Van Lean ice cream.
Mac and cheese ice cream, not never. That's just, I'm telling you, there's certain things in life that just shouldn't be done. Like, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
Should we try it on the show?
You can go ahead. I will not be doing anything of that sort. Mac and cheese ice cream. That is just, like, gross. Orange ice cream is sherbet, right? So, like, I don't know what mac and cheese ice cream will taste like. I hope it doesn't taste like mac and cheese.
Does it taste like mac?
All right,
does it taste like cheese?
That's just like...
That's disgusting.
That's gross. Yeah, that's not something that, you know...
What's that? Now I'm just curious, though.
I wanna order some and I'm sure it'll come to you from somewhere.
The internet is loving this next video of an absolute unit of walrus belly flopping onto a boat.
Oh, so I forget what harbor this is in, but so there's this walrus who lives in the harbor, and
the motherfucker belly flopped on that boat.
And it's not just one boat, okay? It's pretty much many boats. He's sunk 5 or 6 of them in the harbor.
He's struggling.
So what the people in the harbor did was they took like these big floaties, and made them like a giant couch that would float with his big ass on it, because you know walrus heavy.
Heavy motherfucker.
Walruses are fucking. They can be up to 1,000 pounds, no problem. You know, yeah, and he just climbs up there and sinks the bitch. You know, because he hangs off the side of it, and then that one side gets dipped into the water and it starts filling with water and it goes down.
He's like, what
and
happened?
He don't give a fuck. He just swims away. You know, but it's just absolutely crazy. You know, but that's the type of things that happen when you have massive wild animals like that just lurking around, right?
It's a walrus.
It's a walrus.
They're dangerous, aren't they?
Like, what are you gonna do about the walrus? Well, nothing.
What do you do?
Right. Hopefully, you can give them.
End game, there was an earthquake under the sea. What are we gonna do about it? Nothing.
Nothing.
Because it's an earthquake under the sea.
Right.
It's a walrus.
It's a walrus.
What do you want me to do? He lives here.
Right. This is his home that you're leaving boats in. What do you expect? Get a bigger boat, or give him something else to go
build him something.
Sunbathe on. So I guess they built him like a giant ass walrus couch.
And he likes it.
Yeah. Well, he's been using it, so like that's good for the people who live in that harbor.
Thank God no one shot him. I can only think of it. I only think it was like Alaska.
You could shoot a walrus, but that wouldn't necessarily kill it.
That's true.
Their bodies are surrounded by flubber and stuff like that. Like that's why it's like, oh, you kill an elephant. Well, it takes a lot to kill an elephant. You gotta
shoot it right in the eye.
Just eye right through the temple. Like it's gotta be clean. You couldn't just shoot an elephant in the ass and expect it to. You just piss off an elephant that way. Right.
I shot with a handgun. A handgun.
Yeah, you're just pissing off.
You never heard of an elephant gun?
No, you're just pissing off.
There's a reason why there's an elephant gun.
It's for elephants. It's crazy. You couldn't just...
Because they found out the hard way.
Shot the elephant. The elephant just turned around, fucking tussed him, and that was it. But...
It would have to be like Alaska. I can't think of anywhere else the walrus would be. Like hanging out in the harbor.
And
maybe
stuff like that.
Seattle?
It'd have to be colder water.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like around Canada, Alaska, or New York.
At least I would
Maine.
assume it was colder water.
Unless he's sunbathing.
Could be Maine.
No, he's in Florida just chilling.
Just in Florida chilling.
Our next news is really fucked up. A thief steals donation box for cash for children with leukemia in Lake Worth.
See, was it in Lake Worth?
Yeah.
See, that's crazy because like we were talking about like stealing from the church, right? Like you wouldn't steal from a church. Right. But it's like, I guess in this case, you didn't read what the donation box was for. You weren't like, oh, like
$300.
Kids leukemia box. I'm just going to grab this and walk off. You're probably not like expecting the cash that you're fucking taking. You just see money that you need. You just grab it and peel.
The money for children with leukemia in Guatemala. Oh.
I don't think it makes it right, but like, sometimes people do desperate things, man. You out here grinding. Sometimes you just do desperate things and steal some. That's like
I guess you needed it more,
bro. That's like McDonald's. They just leave their fucking boxes, outside. But nobody steals them bitches. Probably couldn't get it off the wall.
Yeah, 16 years of paint on there.
Right. It's fucking stuck.
There's a house for sale in Florida, but it has an oak tree through it.
See, now if you
can get termites.
Yeah, but I'm not buying a house with a tree through it. Like I feel like
the tree house.
No. I feel like that's a problem, right? Like
those roots are gonna go somewhere eventually.
Well, even that, it's like again termites.
Almost $900,000.
See, no, I'm damn sure not paying no $900,000 for a tree in the middle of my house. I don't care how nice it is.
Not just the first floor. The second floor too.
Oh, I'm sure. It's an oak tree, like you see.
Centuries old. They built a house around it. It's in the middle of the kitchen.
See, and just like that, right? You imagine having a kitchen fire, right? And now it doesn't matter. It's spreading throughout the whole house. You're fucked.
You gotta water the tree.
Right. You gotta water the tree. If it rains, there's just water coming down this tree into your fucking kitchen. Now your kitchen's. See, people don't think.
I think they built it better than that.
I just don't trust it.
But they keep forgetting the trees and they keep growing. That means it's going to damage the house.
You forget I live in a brand new house where nothing was tightened down.
That's true. There's a tree growing right through it.
I'm just saying, like I don't. Why would you even pay for something like that to begin with?
I don't know. $900,000.
Like I wouldn't pay for just any of it.
This Florida man steals an ambulance from hospital and drives it into mud.
Worst part is I wish you guys could see this picture. He's got a giant fucking lightning bolt, right, tattooed across his face. I couldn't make this shit up if I want. Like, who puts a giant fucking I've seen some tattoos on people, some wicked shit, right? People put skulls and teardrops. His name. absolutely insane. Like, who does that? The worst part is who shoot him, right? Like, think about it this way, right? Right? It's like when I sent my wife.
They shaded it too.
It's like when I sent my wife for a snake dragon cake, right? I didn't think that she was gonna have to go up to a cake lady at like Publix or something. Excuse me, can I get Happy Birthday Snake Dragon on this cake? Right? So like, think about, you're this guy now, and now you've walked up to the tattoo artist, who I'm sure has done just crazy things. You know, tattoo artists tattoos all kinds of shit all. And it's just like, yo, can I get a giant fucking flash lightning bolt from the CW just right across the center of my face?
A little bit of shade here, a little shade there.
Like,
and don't finish it.
Yeah, don't do the whole thing. Just let me get some lightning bolt across my face.
That's crazy. I'm gonna steal an ambulance.
I see you doing some shit like that, right. Let's move on to that. Right now, okay, you've got a giant lightning bolt on your face, and you're gonna commit a crime, bitch. You're not getting away.
You weren't the Flash.
They know who you are, right?
Or you just came from the hospital.
Yeah, but like you get a lightning bolt on your every time you see a cop's like, oh, I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my life. Right, that's fucking.
And they put tattoos in the database.
Right.
Giant stupid bolt
on face. That sucks.
It wasn't me. Look at the notes.
Might as well have got a giant dick just right across your face.
You sure? Because we had witnesses saying a guy with a giant tattoo of lightning bolt on his face. Wasn't me. I don't know any other stupid people.
I don't know anybody stupid enough to do that. Right. Oh my God, Jesus Lord.
So the next news is Pentagon denies it left military dogs behind in Afghanistan.
Okay, so I didn't want to actually talk about that.
Oh.
Right.
Well,
I sent that, right? What I wanted to talk about is the clickbait aspect of it, right?
Those poor puppies outside.
Right, because they put a picture of puppies just hanging out outside like they were dying of heat exhaustion, which has nothing to do with the article, right? Because the original time I saw the article, it had dogs in crates. You know, like each time I see it's the same. Pentagon denies.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Photos circulating on social media showing 150 dogs in cages lined up at the airport.
Right.
Of animals belonging to a group called Kalab Small Animal Rescue.
Right, but what I really wanted to talk about was the
they weren't military working dogs.
No,
or under the care of the U.S. troops.
Right, but I don't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about is how people use, like the pictures for clickbait that have nothing to do. It wasn't puppies.
Clickbait.
Right, that's why it's clickbait.
The rescue dogs part of this animal rescue thing in Afghanistan.
It's like. So if we say we're going to talk about big boobs, we just have big boobs all behind us. People tune in.
And like so Biden said.
Right.
Like, wait, hold on.
Right.
Where's the big boobs?
The picture of the puppies sitting on the stoop has nothing to do with the goddamn article, because they didn't take the puppies out and just lay them out on the stoop for a photo op. That's not a thing that fucking happened.
We're tired.
Right. Like I'm just saying, right? It's a picture that somebody found and said this picture is gonna look great with this fucking headline. You try to do it all the time. It doesn't seem to work out for us.
Yeah, because I don't like using clickbait.
Well, right, but it's like if we were Josh screams the N-word from the top of the hills, right? Like
still nothing.
Still nothing.
Still got canceled. Somehow.
We'd be canceled though.
But no one watched it.
I'm just saying though, it's the craziness of it's the combination of what you're putting actually out there, the headlines you're using, and the fucked up pictures and things that you use.
Fear against clickbait.
Because it gets people to click. It's like, oh, those little puppies. I'm just saying, like, I think it's crazy how when you read a newspaper, right? It tries to have a picture of what you're reading about.
Wanted Spider-Man.
Right.
Spider-Man's a nemesis. Daily Bugle.
Well, I'm talking about real newspapers, not.
Well, it's the same.
It's really hard to have an intelligent conversation with you.
Fine. Hurricane Ida goes through Louisiana and shows a picture of the damages.
It's just having an intelligent conversation with you is like fucking beating my head against the wall. The only difference is the wall gives in every once in a while.
We'll have one.
Just make the fucking cake, Josh. That's all you gotta do. You're a cake maker.
They're just making it aware that Afghanistan needs help getting dogs out.
We don't actually know what happened to the dogs. It doesn't say what happened to the dogs. I didn't read the report because I wasn't going to talk about that. Right? You know I don't talk about political.
They were accusing the military of leaving military dogs behind. It was actually a rescue center in Afghanistan.
Right. Well, it's all crazy shit all the time, you know. Who done what? Who done this?
What? Where? Why?
Right, you know. I always say if you don't got any fucking solutions, don't fucking stick your nose in it.
If you're not going to help clean the kitchen, don't bitch about it.
Right. Or if you're going to bitch about it being dirty, you better have
your trash bag in your hand.
Right. You know, I like those philosophies.
It's good philosophies.
You know.
Don't throw rocks at glass houses.
People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, yeah. You know. Should have just made the
bitch about something, have a solution that follows up your bitching.
Seriously, I hate that crap. You're a cake maker, though. Just make the fucking cake.
Fucking George. We need to shut down. Okay, what's your solution about, mortgages?
What are we going to do after we shut down?
I don't know. Not my problem.
Well, if we shut down, you can't spend money, can you?
Well, there is no money. He just expect. Do you see how long the last stimulus took, George? You think they're going to give everyone $600 for unemployment again? No, they learned their lesson.
What's this week's charity again, Josh?
It is Suicide Prevention Hotline.
Also, don't forget about
Lifeline.
Hurricane Ida. And this month is Suicide Awareness
Wellness. Prevention Month.
All them words
We're trying to prevent the suicide.
Right.
You're not alone.
Call somebody, bro. Don't forget we have audio versions on Anchor FM, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasts and needs.
We go live every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. and Wednesdays between 4 and 6 p.m.
You know, we'll get those right one day.
We will.
We'll just actually make it all the way through and get it correct.
Until one of our fans get upset. Just like, you weren't on at 5.
You weren't on at 5.
Whoa.
We told you get on at 5.
It's like the KVJ show.
Don't forget to hit your notification buttons, likes, and subscribe. You didn't tell them about Wednesdays between 4 and 6.
I just did. You said one day we'll get it right.
Okay.
So I was like between 4 and 6.
One of them days. All right, toodaloo, motherfuckers.
Catch you next week with something good.
We had a lot of news today.
We did.